See, I'll do it right back to you.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Welcome back to the Boats and Nose podcast. My name is Corey Ryder. I'm joined by Bailey Landis and Dominic Lark.
Hi.
Hello.
So, what are we talking
Shalom.
about?
That intro sucked.
Yeah, you're such a bad.
so bad.
Work on your intros, bro.
You guys can't even.
Do you even?
You're eating fucking ramen.
Do you even intro, bro?
Have you ever introed in your life? Well, today we have,
We actually have topics.
we
You guys
kinda,
trying to trash on it, but you can't even because you know it's better than what you can do.
Not true.
Yeah, that's right.
Fake news.
Fake news.
We have a couple topics today. I kind of want to start with Dom's Egyptian pregnancy test, though, a little bit.
Egyptian pregnancy test. Well, I can't remember exactly what it was. I want to say it's wheat and barley. Either way, they would have people like it. It wouldn't necessarily tell you if you were pregnant, but it was pretty spot on at determining the gender, which I think, in a sense, is even cooler. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, what they found for whatever reason is that if you're pregnant and you were to pee on like wheat and barley seeds, I do believe, that 70% of the time, like I can't remember which one was which gender, but depending on which one sprouted first, told you whether you were going to have a boy or a girl. And they actually like ran it up with tests today and found that it is roughly 70% accurate, which I just found to be pretty
Goddamn.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Who was the first person to be like, "Hey, babe, will you go just piss on some of the grains? We're out of water."
We're out of water.
Oh my God.
And then the husband was just like, "Bruh, it grew so fucking fast. I bet it's a boy."
Dude, something like that. I find it funny how people are able to come up with the ideas for anything, to be quite honest. Like,
For real.
Gender reveal
You
party,
know-
pee on a seed.
oh
But yeah, like people coming up with ideas just out of the blue.
yeah,
That's what boggles me about mathematics.
lights, computers, the internet, like
Or just
microphones,
any idea in
headphones,
general.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not
See,
even the
it's ju-
complicated stuff.
It's just
even
the
basic
ones
stuff.
the ones that confuse me are the ones that like don't have a bunch of practicality.
Like
because
glass.
well, what the fuck?
Well, I don't know.
Because, like, we didn't need glass. Even to see through stuff,
be
like,
right
we
back.
had... Okay. We had, like... We could make windows that weren't glass,
Yeah.
right? The only thing that glass I can think of that is, like, extremely practical for is, like, maybe chemistry.
You know, I don't know. I think that
Theo, chill, dude. My dog is going crazy. He's, like, attacking the door.
I think that glass was more of a natural occurrence, though. You know,
Yeah,
I think, like,
okay,
lightning,
yeah.
like striking sand. I don't know if you've ever seen that. If you look up images, I can't
No,
remember
I've
what
seen
the
it.
rock's called,
I've
but
seen
it's,
it. It
It's
looks-
really pretty.
It looks super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, like, big cylinders. Sometimes it goes, like, into the ground rather than spreading. Like,
Dude.
gets buried.
You know what else I find to be really, really cool? And a
Hmm.
lot of people will definitely get triggered when I say this, but you ever seen the people who will melt like a bunch of, I don't know, they'll do like aluminum or something and dump
Hmm.
it down an anthill?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude. Poor ants. I feel
Oh,
bad for
poor
the ants.
Yeah, but like all of those tunnels, when they're able to like
It looks
raise
pretty
up
fucking sick.
something, they can be up to like 5 feet long of just all of these tunnels. You're like,
They look really
whoa,
cool.
Like that's
Yeah. The other thing with glass is like we may have discovered it by seeing lightning hit beaches and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and be like, "Whoa, that's pretty cool." But the idea of refining it into something that's clear,
Oh yeah.
or even developing that further to where we have lenses,
yeah.
like we're like, "Whoa, this thing shaped this way can bend light to do this thing."
Yeah.
Like I couldn't
Well,
imagine coming up with that.
They probably didn't really think of it like that, though. I think it was more of like an accident thing that, like, soon they started to put, you know, explanation behind. Corey's just over here eating his ramen, expecting me to talk more. He gave me that, bro. I got a full mouth. You gotta keep going. Look.
I'm sorry. I hope they don't hear me
I get you. I get you.
munching
That's how
on
it goes.
noodles.
I don't think so. We don't really hear the dogs, so I don't.
That's true.
Yeah.
But like mixing, what do they mix with glass to make it?
Nothing. It's just melted sand.
No, they mix stuff
No,
with
it's-
it to make it more see-through. It's not just silica. It's I feel like they put some type of lead. Maybe not lead.
Stop, chill, bro.
I don't, man, now I gotta look it up. What do they put inside glass?
You are a fucking crack cocaine dog today.
Crack dog.
Cocaine.
How do you even search this up? What do?
Just say fillers in glass, or
Oh, yeah.
Or additives.
yeah, glass additives, or you can search up what goes in glass. What
How
makes
is glass made?
yeah.
Galls.
Barium
Okay.
nitrate. I think that's what
Yeah.
they put on
Colorless, toxic, and water soluble. Why would they put it in though?
Ah,
Okay.
yes, toxic.
Barium carbonate, lead. Oh, they do put lead.
It's either
Nice.
barium nitrate or barium carbonate. That's the one that makes
Dude.
mirrors.
It's both of 'em.
Silver nitrate.
Look,
You guys
barium
let me
nitrate
know.
and barium carbonate.
But do they make mirrors? Because you combine, it's like, I don't know, maybe it's silver. I don't know. There's you basically take a sheet of metal or of whatever substance you want, and you pour something nitrate and then something else, and then it just makes a mirror.
Mirrors are fucking wacky.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's a window though, isn't it? Like, don't you see what's behind the glass? No,
Bruh.
no, you don't. Oh yeah, we got Nilla wafers. Help yourself. There's a new box right there, so you guys can help yourself if you want it.
Yeah,
There's also
alright.
those things.
Nabisco, if you want to sponsor us, we accept sponsors. Oh, and Pepperidge Farms. We also we'll take all the goldfish.
Those aren't goldfish.
I mean, but yeah, doesn't Pepperidge Farms
Whatever
make
the fuck they are.
Pepperidge Farms?
I don't know. I like them. I figured you guys might like them, so
I
I
fucking love
picked up.
these.
I picked up a. Don't eat all of them. It's only one bag.
Well, I only want one.
What? You're not. You can't just have one.
Corey, make
This
up your mind.
Fucking.
No, you can have multiple. Just make sure I get some.
Oh, I will. Are these the orange?
I don't know. They were just like the.
Corey got the citrus orange ones,
Oh, did I?
like a plebeian.
Whoops. Dude, I just saw it on the shelf and I was like, I know what this is.
I know.
Grabbed it.
Oh.
I can hear you munching. Theo
I
wants
can
some.
get it out of the bag.
Orange, and, like
What was I
Oh
gonna?
my God.
citrus flavors and chocolate have never really been my vibe.
Sometimes they slap,
Sometimes they're good.
like twice a year.
Twice. Yeah, it's like eggnog. You can only have it around Christmas time. Silvering?
I could drink eggnog
You
every
think-
fucking day.
you're
I love eggnog.
you're insane. Silvering, is that what you were talking about?
Potentially. Is that how they make
A
mirrors?
chemical process for coating a non-conductive substrate such as glass with a reflective substance.
Is it called silver nitrate? Do they use silver? Is it just silver stuff?
Corey?
It's like electroplating and whatnot. Silver mirroring, mercury silvering. Okay. Oh, there was this test. So people are trying to find out what nothing is, right? They would take these test tubes or these like glass tubes and they would suck all the air out of it and they'd be like, there's nothing in this. But yet they could still see through it. They can still like see in it. Like you can't see something unless light is reflecting off of it, right? And so they were like, wait, if there was nothing in this, it should be like completely black or completely dark, or you shouldn't be able to see anything in it, right?
No. I
And
disagree.
kind of.
Let me find it.
I think if there's nothing in a space, just because something isn't reflecting off that space, you'd be able to see through that space.
Right, but they were still observing stuff within the container.
Within the vial?
Yeah.
Okay.
I may have explained it badly. I may not entirely understand it. I probably don't. But like the idea is that even though they think that there's nothing in it, there's got to still be something in it. And
Okay.
so what they did was they ended up taking. My ramen's getting cold. They ended up taking this like this tube and they made this like fancy glass contraption thingy that was gravity powered and they put mercury in it, and then they. You know how like a straw, you can like dip some water in and put your thumb on the top. When you lift it up, the water
Mhm.
stays there.
Yeah.
And if you flip it upside down, the water doesn't move. Like
Yeah.
it just stays there because it's hitting the air.
I mean, yes.
Right?
That's just like you are preventing water. Water has surface tension,
Mhm.
and it wants to stay within whatever shape it's in.
Right, but if I hold
So
it
in a-
upside down
in a
and I
straw-
let go of the
yeah,
air
yeah.
pressure, it falls through, right?
Yeah. But
'Cause the air's
basically, what's
holding it?
happening is, air
Yeah.
is holding it here, and air is holding it up above
Uh-huh,
it. So
yeah,
you
yeah.
have this little cylinder of water.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
A note,
so that
on a
same
note-
idea-
On a note other than that,
What?
if you take a hydrophobic material
Yeah.
such as
Some type of silicone, right?
I mean like lipids, literally anything.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of hydrophobic things, and you coat a straw on it, you can no longer hold the straw.
Yeah, Action
Like
Lab
hold-
did
yeah.
that. I saw it. It was really cool. So that same idea, but imagine that when you put water inside the straw, you plug one hole of it, you get the water on one end, you plug that hole, right? So now air can't get in or out, right? And you flip it. Imagine if that water were to compress that air, what was left in that space? That's basically the idea of this test. So they used mercury because it was heavy enough. I think they used
So
mercury.
you're making a vacuum on one side by letting the mercury compress the other air. Is that
Mhm.
what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. But like because no air got into that space. What's there? but you can still see it. So there's got to be something. Can you chill, dog? You're like
I mean,
eating my hand.
if you put mercury in a straw and you close one end,
Mhm.
I don't think you could hold mercury in a straw like this.
Well,
You'd
the
have-
straw was a hypothetical
yeah.
thing. They
I
used an actual like glass.
But regardless, if it's, I think you're talking about, is it a U-tube where air pressure pushes down and then there's nothing in here? It's like
No,
there's like a glass
I don't think
ball.
so. No, I don't even know how to look this up. I saw it in like an old history show with my dad. How would I search this up? Mercury vacuum. Vacuum press, maybe?
Theo knocked over the Nilla wafers.
Bruh.
Well, there's a piano to block them, so like we're okay.
That piano's not even plugged in right now.
What do you mean? It makes all the piano noises. Oh, can I add something?
Can
that
you
I was
play a
thinking of
C?
from, like,
Sorry.
C.
What were you gonna add?
Oh, so I was thinking of this a while ago, and I can't remember if I've already like discussed this. It was when you guys were talking about lead.
Mhm.
You know how all like gas tanks say unleaded gasoline?
Yeah.
It's because before the '90s, gas always had lead in it. Like
Interesting.
that was an additive.
No-
So
You know what I thought was weird?
What?
Is that gasoline is a byproduct of burning diesel.
Yeah.
Or maybe not burning it, but like it's a byproduct of making diesel.
It's like a, you ever see the big trucks that go from like South Utah to like all the semis that have a bunch of natural gas in them?
Yeah.
So that's from fracking down in southern Utah, and then they bring up all that natural gas up to those big like the smokestacks at the
Yeah, the cloud machines.
Yeah,
The cloud
machine, sure. I don't know what they're actually called, but basically
Cloud
it's
machine.
a huge ass cylinder, and they're burning the natural gas, and essentially you get these layers where the bottom layer is the most unrefined of like the natural gas, so it's like oil
Okay.
and diesel and shit, and then it goes, or maybe
Oh.
it's like plastic, oil, diesel, then it's like gas, and then natural gas, and then at the top is like your shit. So basically, you get this big stack of all these different things, and that's how they make like plastics, oils. There's like
From the gas?
yeah.
Whoa, I never actually
I-
thought about how they made plastic.
I would know more about it, but I'm only in Chem 1. Chem 2's coming this semester.
Ooh, you're learning it in college? Look at
Plastic
that.
wasn't wasn't introduced until like the 1950s. Yeah, 1940s.
I feel like a lot earlier
Or
than
like,
that.
I don't know.
Like within, like
manufacturing.
I feel like
manufacturing.
plastic-
So like prior to that, they only did like tin and
Yeah.
aluminum.
That's real.
Like plastic.
Really?
Plastic
The
is pretty
50s?
new
It's as
thing.
late as the 50s?
I don't know. We can look it up.
Check.
I don't really know, but I do know that plastic is a relatively new substance. It might have been like 50s, 60s.
I honestly thought it was like after like 40s.
It could be.
Could be like fuck. I mean, I'm sure there was plastic-like things from like way a long time ago. I'm sure people were fucking around with plastic.
The first
Okay.
plastics was made out of honey.
Interesting.
I could see that.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I
I
might
found
be
the thing.
bullshitting, but
Since in the 1960s, plastics were just becoming popular. Polyethylene, which today
1960s,
is one of the
goddamn.
world's most word I don't want to use most
What is it?
widely used
'cause you-
ubiquitous. Ubiquitous?
Ambiguous?
No.
Oh, ubiquitous. So
Yeah, that-
ubiquitous.
Thank you.
Ubiquitous means like all encompassing.
Plastics had been created in 1898 and then again in 1933.
Cool.
So I assume that the U.S. was 33 and then it started
1933.
becoming popular in the 60s.
Okay. Cool.
Anyways, so diesel's byproduct with gas. Where were you going with that? Was that just a
Fun fact: diesel's also cleaner to burn, isn't it, than gasoline?
I don't know. I don't totally know. I
I
know
know that-
diesel engines and gas engines work slightly differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diesel should be cheaper than gas at like
And
all points in time.
Diesel-
Not
I've
that
been-
that's really how it goes.
I've been
but-
told that
Should
like
it?
burnt diesel, like black smoke that comes out of a
Uh-huh.
diesel truck,
Yeah.
that falls to the ground rather than rising up into the atmosphere most of the time.
Really?
So it is like cleaner, I guess. I don't know. I
I
wouldn't.
thought it was just over on cleaner.
I
don't
there's
know.
like in chemistry, right? We were looking at like what it looks like to burn gasoline, and it is not like it's not like two things leading to one. It's like a big old line.
Oh,
and then
no.
Like this reaction is like this long. It's fucked up.
Yeah, what I
It's-
learned in high school chemistry was just like, here's this tiny thing that's propane, and then it was like you burn it and it creates water and CO2. That's like all we got.
I believe it.
You guys ever heard what a kalimba sounds like? Sounds like this, right?
Oh, here's the interesting thing. I finished Castlevania last night at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah,
Um,
3
And,
a.m. That's like
you
almost
know-
when I went to bed.
I'm not gonna spoil it at all, but this is slightly a spoiler. So if you're listening and you're like into Castlevania and you don't want the spoiler for season 4, stop listening for like 5 seconds. Do you think it's fair, as a writer, to end something? Like, imagine killing off a character and then them bringing them back in the same fucking episode.
Okay. This is something that One Piece really sucks
Like,
with.
why does every story, for some reason, like, or I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, but like, why does it have to end so like fortunate for everyone? Like, you would think there would be some misfortune that happened, but everything went okay
Yeah.
in the end of season 4.
I said One Piece, but I meant Dragon Ball.
Oh.
Dragon Ball did this so many times. They killed a character, and for the first time, you're like, oh shit, but then they got the Dragon Ball. They're back. It's like when death stops becoming a consequence, it's like, okay, well, the death is like one of the ultimate prices. Now what?
On the other hand,
What?
the way this guy died was killing death. So he killed death and then was locked in the infinite corridor by Saint Germain. And then Saint Germain pulled him back out of the infinite corridor and slammed him on a bank. And then he got on a horse and rode back to his wife.
Okay.
So
I think
wasn't
it
that,
could be done correctly, but
it wasn't that hard.
like
I mean,
One Piece, when they kill a character in One Piece, they massive spoilers, but this was back in like 2013. So if you haven't watched it, whatever. Okay, so Luffy's brother dies. Luffy's the main character. His brother dies. Whole thing. There's like an entire arc surrounding it. He dies, and he has this devil fruit, which is like the magic power. After he dies, a couple arcs later, you meet Luffy's other brother, and they fight in this tournament, and they get Ace's power. And so it's like the character did die, but like he kind of lives on in another character, which I think is kind of cheap, but it's also a lot better than just killing a character and then bringing them right back immediately.
Like, I shit you not, Belmont dies, and then 20 minutes later, Belmont is back. Like, which I love Belmont. Belmont's dope, and it was a really good show. I really like. If you haven't watched Castlevania, you should definitely go give it
Or
a
like
watch.
Erased. Erased handles it a lot differently, and I think it's probably one of the best ways to do it.
Yep.
But it involves time travel,
Yep.
and where time travel directly
dude.
affects the present.
You ever seen fucking Supernatural?
Yeah.
No,
Dude.
I mean
I've
I've
seen
seen
up to
bits and
season
pieces
10.
of it.
Sam and Dean die so many fucking
Oh,
times.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
And then it's like, we just gotta get Castiel to go and save him from hell.
oh yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
what do you mean it's only been like 3 months?
I was in there for 30 years.
Yeah. No.
Like, okay, Dean.
All right, Dean. Oh, I haven't watched that for. Oh, it's probably been like 4 years. I like binged all of it up to like season 10's release.
Yeah.
Season season 11 wasn't out, and then I just kind of like stopped. And
I
then
haven't-
season 11 came out. And I
I've
was like,
seen half of season
Sagas.
up to season 12 and a half, but I have not watched 13 and 14. I think there's 15 too. But that's the last
Oh,
one. This is their
dude.
last
How-
season.
their
wait, how many
budget is
episodes of-
shit now.
Per season.
There's about 22 per season. And every
But
single
all-
finale, except for like 2 or 3 of them, have Carry On My Wayward Son as the intro. And I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Carry
Nice.
on my
Oh, and all the
wayward
episodes are like
son.
40 minutes long.
Jesus Christ.
Supernatural
good
is,
So-
actually, is a really good show. I'm not going to
Yeah.
lie. It's
Yeah,
like, it's pretty
from
good.
what I've seen, it's really good. My uncle binged all of it, and I was there a lot when he watched it, but I got like bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
And he watched so much. I was like, he started season 1. I was there when he started it. I was like, okay, it's cool. Went outside, jumped on the tram, did kid things, and then like a week later, he was on like season 6. I was like, bruh,
You have no
what the fuck happened? It was because all they do, they just like they go to work and then they get home, they sit and watch TV.
Dude,
That's
have-
it.
Have any of you guys ever watched Steins Gate?
Mm-mm.
I've been meaning to.
Ooh. Dude, Steins Gate covers time travel pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
Does-
not expect
does-
time travel in Steins Gate. I've only
No.
ever seen the cover
Dude.
art of it. I'm like, that looks like
That's
a
like
shonen.
Steins Gate. The entire thing of Steins Gate is time travel.
Seriously?
Yes, that is the entire plot.
Huh. I thought it was like some magic eye power or something.
Mm-mm.
No?
Nope. It gets like overly sad though, and you see the main character's just like mind fucking deteriorate as he's trying to get back to the original.
Ooh, have you guys seen ReZero?
I haven't seen all of it. I
Oh
watched,
my
like-
god.
Corey, if
What?
I watch it, let me ask: should I do it the way that it's been released, or should I watch it in like chronological order?
Watch it in the way that it's been released. Like watch season 1, watch season 2. You don't need to watch the movies. You can watch the movies, but there's like they're not imperative.
All right.
But anyways, it kind of time travel again, but he can return to a checkpoint if he dies.
Oh.
And so he just like goes around. He gets brutally murdered so many times, and he like he like goes insane. You see him like break down. That was probably one of the first animes that made me cry. Not gonna lie.
Ooh, dude.
And then
that
season
one's
2 came
fucked.
out. Season 2 came out like 4 years in the making. It came out. And you know how normally animes have like, they play a little bit and then they play it like a 3-minute long intro and then they play the rest of it and then have that middle thing and then they play the rest of the episode. Then they play the outro scene.
I
theme.
feel like the middle's only in older animes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, One Piece still does it, so I don't know. But you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They have that format.
Yep.
ReZero second season just got rid of it. They did not play the opening theme for ReZero until like the last couple episodes. It was awesome
Interesting.
because then we got like a full 30 minutes of like bam, 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 bam instead of slow pacing. I swear
Yeah.
they adapted like 4 chapters at a time. It was awesome.
Interesting.
So good.
You guys ever seen the movie Chappie?
Nope.
Chappie. Is that like about a robot?
Yeah,
I wanted to.
it's really good. You just talked about like the first anime that made you cry, and that was like one of the probably not. I wouldn't say the first movie, but like one of the saddest movies that I think I've ever seen.
Really?
It was. I thought it was fucking.
I've been told that it's.
espresso as fuck.
I really want to watch it, and I'm probably going to, but I've heard a lot of people say that it was really bad.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah?
I thought it was.
Okay.
It was kind of a stupid story.
I trust your opinion more than that.
But-
So.
Like I was bawling.
Have you guys watched the second part of Love, Death, and Robots?
No,
I have not.
Oh
I
my
was,
god.
I was literally gonna watch the first episode last night after finishing Castlevania, and I was like, it's 3 a.m. I gotta wake up for the podcast tomorrow. I shouldn't. So I didn't.
You should have.
Mm,
You start the
yeah,
first
you should've.
episode, you're just gonna end up watching all of them.
I know, that's what I'm worried about. I would have been up till 7 today.
Yeah,
I would have just pulled an all nighter and then walked in here and been like, "You guys seen Love, Death, and Robots?"
Yeah, I have. They have this one episode. It involves Santa. Okay? But Santa is not a human.
Torador?
Is that the one? Is that the one that looks like stop animation with
Are
like
we
the clay?
talking about Futurama right now? I'm joking.
Stop animation with clay.
Like it looks like it's like it kind of looks like Caroline or like a.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. I
Does
feel
it
like
kind of look like that?
I feel like the one with the train and the weird zombie things are more like that, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It kind of looks like.
It's kind of hard to. It goes through so many different styles.
Does it
It's
it
hard to
focus on
remember.
2 kids?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like
Coraline?
yeah, but who makes Coraline and
Tom Burton?
Yeah, Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I said it and I'm like,
Those
that
are
wasn't
those
right.
are some good movies too.
Nightmare
so
Before Christmas.
Coraline, Nightmare Before Christmas. What's the one with the
Coraline didn't do that one, did he?
I don't know, but like same
Coraline
style.
is based off a book by Neil Gaiman. Right?
Dude,
I watched his masterclass. That was probably the best, most informative writing masterclass I've ever heard. It was awesome.
Dude, Coraline scared the hell out of me when I was little.
Oh yeah, you guys know Bryson Bradshaw? You
Yeah.
don't know Bryson
Yeah.
Bradshaw, but you know Bryson Bradshaw. He was like obsessed with it and wanted me to watch it.
What's the other one with the lady that has like she's like a ghost?
And she comes back every few hundred years, and the boy that goes and like
What about the one with the dog?
Maybe that one's
yeah,
good
the
too.
dog that gets brought back to life.
Yeah, like Frankenstein's, but with the
yeah,
dog.
yeah, I fucking like that one.
Yeah,
too.
it's pretty good.
What's the other one? It was like kind of a newer one that came out. It was it's about a boy who can like talk to ghosts, and he sees ghosts, but no one else, and he gets bullied for it. It's called
Norman?
Soul?
Norman. Yeah.
Norman? What?
Norman.
Paranorman or Norman.
Yeah, Paranormal.
Oh.
Yeah,
sounds
that's
right.
a good one.
Yeah.
But what's the one? It's something bride. I feel.
The Princess Bride?
No,
Sorry.
no, it's
No.
a stop animation one. Fuck. It's
I have no
It's
idea.
supposed to be like same canon as Nightmare Before Christmas.
Really?
I think so.
I don't know. Kenzie might know.
Yeah.
Martha.
Stewart.
Let's do it.
I kind of miss Stuart.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool.
Stewie.
Stewie. Freaking Stewie. It's canon that he whacked his head on the ceiling, and that's why his head is like a football. Jumping on his bed. Mom comes in. Get off the bed. You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Flattens his head.
Football
Remember when
bet.
he like fell into that dresser or like the china ware or something, and it got like glass stuck in his head, but you couldn't see it until he like moved it to a side profile. And he was like, "Oh my god, what do I do? Do I pull it out? Do I leave it in? Do I pull it out? It was like 2 minutes of him freaking out.
Yeah.
I have not seen enough
Dude.
Family Guy.
I've seen all of Family Guy, but
I've
Family
not
Guy's
seen all
just
of it.
like I don't know. It's like it's good, but it's not that good.
Have you seen King of the Hill?
Yeah.
Is that one good? Because
King of the Hill's not for I like King of the Hill, but I think I like King of the Hill because I was allowed to watch it when I was like 8.
Okay.
Other than that, a lot of people like will call it complete shit, and by all means, I understand why.
Because growing up, Family Guy and King of the Hill were indistinguishable to me. Like,
Yeah.
I just like I was like they're the same show.
They're not.
They're not the same
Yeah.
show at all.
Not even
Not
close.
at all. But as a kid, for some reason, I was like, oh, they're fucking
Dude, I don't know. King of the Hill wouldn't get away with the shit that they.
Used to.
Oh, dude, they got away with so much shit back in the day. There's one thing with and I don't know. Chris likes to quote this whenever I get talking to him about King of the Hill because I've seen all of King.
Chris
of the
does that. He just says the same thing about a topic every time
Yeah.
we bring it up.
But, dude, there's no shit this scene with this character named it's something Jack. I don't think it's BoJack though.
Jack Black.
No.
Oh, Jack Horseman.
Either. Oh, Joe Jack. He's called Joe Jack.
Joe Jack.
Joe Jack.
What a name.
Anyways. Hank, the main character, you know, the propane man's all like talking to him about stuff, and he's like, yeah, like Joe Jack, you should go and find yourself a woman, blah 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 blah. And Joe Jack, in like the sternest voice, just says, I don't trust anything that can bleed for more than 3 days and doesn't die. Like you're just like,
Oh. Ooh. That's bad.
yeah, oh yeah,
Have you guys ever seen Mr. Pickles?
yeah. I've seen Mr. Pickles.
I have not seen Mr. Pickles.
That's like a.
Oh dude.
It's just like a fucked up show.
Oh yeah.
It's just fucked
Over
up.
Like
fucked up.
Happy Tree Friends.
Similar, but more like Family Guy style.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there's
Not just gore.
You know, I never really got into Happy Tree Friends.
Neither did I.
I was.
seen
you
maybe
remember
4
when you were?
episodes.
Remember at work you were talking about your Salvia trip, and watching The Revenant.
The Revenant.
Oh,
I was
watching The
like, you know how fucking. I was gonna say, you know how fucking funny it would be to do Salvia and then watch Happy Tree Friends.
Dude,
Just
You probably have a heart attack.
Yeah. Everything-
heart
everything's
attack
like-
right there. You're like,
Ah!
yeah.
Feel like your hand's been
I don't know,
grinded
that
off
doesn't-
in a sink disposal.
That doesn't happen for everyone though. I do know. I know 2 people who have turned into their house. Like no shit. I've
like they just
decided-
like morph into it.
yeah.
they just,
And
like-
then well, dude, everyone that I've talked to about this, like I'm gonna go through one of my buddy's stories exactly. You know, because like it was like 4 years ago. But either way, he was
I'm gonna change
outside
the
of his house.
podcast title to just drugs.
Drugs. Anyways,
Do you like drugs?
drugs.
Drugs?
Drogas. Drogas.
Drugs.
Drogas.
I can change the title live, right?
Oh,
I don't know.
maybe. Who knows? Anyways, so my buddy went. I guess he was outside and he was smoking some salvia out of his bong. A bong like that. He said that he was outside and he just got like 3 hits in. And then all of a sudden he just morphed into his house. Like he no shit thought that he was dead and just saw all of his house and all of his family from like a 360-degree view all the way around. And he decided that like in that time that he was dead and that when you die, you just sit and watch over your family until they die. Like that was just his almighty discovery within this time. And he said that he was just sitting like freaking out while he was his house and just like, you know, viewing everyone from like a third person. And I don't know, he said next thing that he knew, like he started coming back to and he was just screaming mom on repeat, but he was in his bedroom. He smoked outside, did not remember going outside in through the door because, like, I don't know, his room's not too far away, but he was like here. He had to walk all the way to here, open up the door, and then walk even more and go this way to get to his room that was right here.
Jeez.
And like just didn't remember doing any of that.
It's like a
Stories like that make me not want to try anything.
Yeah.
Because having a memory lapse, I hate that.
Oh,
That
yeah.
so much.
Oh, dude.
It's so disorienting.
Give her Adderall. Adderall's janky.
Never had
Adderall gives
Adderall.
you memory lapses.
I mean, no.
Is- wait,
like,
wait.
You remember everything, but the thing with Adderall,
Adderall
And
is
I've-
given to ADHD, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Adderall, and I've done it twice, and I personally don't plan to do it again. Like every time, well, the first time I took Adderall, I took it to take it. The second time I took Adderall was because I like super duper sleep deprived going on 3 days. I
Ooh.
was at work. Fun fact.
God damn. Oh, I
Yeah.
may remember
yeah,
that.
I think
Or-
because like everything got worse, and all of a sudden I was like up and going for like, and then I like crashed at 8 again, and I was like, but anyways, my first time, and like the first time versus the second time, drastically different. But the first time that I did it, I was over at my buddy's house, and it was a few years ago. But I don't know, me and him just sat up and we were just talking to each other. Like just rambling and rambling and rambling, because when you are on Adderall, you cannot shut the fuck up. Like ever. Like if you're talking to someone sober, like all they're going to hear is you just talking over and over and over for like 40 minutes and just like interrupting them every single time they try to say like a single thing. Like they'll try to say something, but you're not even going to acknowledge that. You are like so into whatever the fuck you're talking about, you know. So anyways, man, nah, don't you do it. I'm giving you the tour right now. The gist of it is
What?
you have time skips really, really bad sometimes. I remember thinking like, all right, it's probably been like, 20 minutes or so since I checked my phone last, and I checked my phone, and like it will have been like 2-3 hours later, and I'll be
Jeez.
like, what the fuck? Because you just have such an extreme time dilation, where 20 minutes can turn into 3 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah, and that's like talking the entire time.
Dude,
I was
honestly, if
talking.
I had a superpower that I think would convenient everybody, it would be not the ability to manipulate time, but the ability to manipulate people's perceptions of time.
Can you manipulate your own perception of time?
Yeah. So, like, if everyone's like, oh, this day is just going on forever, you just be like, no, it's not. And then all of a sudden, they're just like, whoa, 4 hours passed, and they were so productive, and got, like, all the shit done
That's
Dude, that'd be
without even realizing. You know how
that'd
cool
really
that'd be?
cool.
I think that'd be so nice.
That'd be cool, but it'd be scary.
Because they'd be like, I don't really want to experience work today. So you're just like, poof, done within a second, or at least it feels like. You're like, God
Isn't that
damn.
that's like the basis of Click, right? You guessing that
No,
movie?
Click,
Adam
he had like
Sandler?
a remote that
yeah,
could
he has
control
a-
time.
I mean, yeah, but same idea. He like fast forwards.
Really? That's like time manipulation, though, not time perception
I
manipulation.
guess so.
Get rid of any paradoxes, because you can't go backwards. You can only go forward. You just get to choose how fast you perceive going forward. Still age.
Dude, you want to hear
Researching.
something janky?
Sure.
All right. So you know like general relativity, general
Relativity?
relativity. Yeah.
Not
that
really,
one.
but yeah.
Not really, but yeah. It's Einstein came up with it, and it's
Well, yeah.
pretty much if I remember correctly, it's just the fact that depending on where you are, time will like go faster, slower. How you can be out on like another planet, and it'll be way slower.
Yeah, it like
there.
depends on how fast you're going and the amount of gravity.
If I remember right, general relativity is based off of gravity's control on you, and special relativity is based off of your
Reference.
acceleration.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's also based off
Well,
of
I'm not-
reference point, right?
I'm not really thinking
That's
about.
just like all time. Like that's just like the.
Uh,
I don't know. Again,
'cause,
these are really big fucking topics.
they are, and we're just kids.
But
It's like
So-
inside a train. Like, have you ever seen the photos of people inside a train that can like take a photo with like part of it out of the window, part of it in the train? The train is completely stationary, but the outside is like moving really fast. It's like blurred. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That I've been told is a pretty good example, but I don't know why.
I mean, it's like
It's a good example of having a reference
if
point.
you're moving X speed, basically there's time dilation and length dilation. Time dilation occurs when you are going at really, really high speeds and things start to like seem like it'll feel like you've only been there for 10 minutes, but it'll be like years for someone on Earth. Like if you're going
Yeah,
at, like
Yeah,
close
I understand
to the
that.
speed of light.
Yeah.
Again, if you're going close to the speed of light, it to you it may look like everything looks normal, but to someone, a bystander outside, you would be like a line. You'd basically be two-dimensional approaching the speed of light.
Oh, I see.
So like it's
Okay.
I don't know exactly how it works, but going back to general relativity is the idea that like so there's a story that there were some people in a valley and some people on the mountain. The people on the mountain were the elites, and the people in the valley were, the poor or the impoverished.
People on the mountain age slower.
And the people on the mountain were aging slower, even though this is not true. This is not how it works. But regardless, I mean, theoretically, you could add like
They proved it with twins.
Yeah,
One
you-
went up into space,
yeah,
one
yeah.
stayed on Earth.
You could add like a couple seconds to your life or something like that, or because we can't get anywhere fucking close to the speed of light. But anyways, the story goes that these people were like these rich people were trying to build their houses higher and higher and higher on these stilts, so they get these like just fucking because they wanted to be like out of the pull of gravity, I guess. So they just tried to get as far away as they could, and then these people in the valley were just chilling and doing their thing, and then the people upstairs ran out of water. Anyways, there's some moral there's
ran out of water.
there's some fucking moral behind the story. But anyways, the whole idea is that the like stronger the pull of gravity affects you. Like, so if you were on a neutron star, you would experience time like but I don't know. It's a big fucking topic.
Love, Death, and Robots has this one where like the rich are like in these buildings way above the clouds, and the poor are like stuck on the bottom, and they're not allowed to reproduce because they have found a way to extend life by like hundreds and hundreds of years, right? And so it's illegal to have kids now. And like you get these cops or these officers that have to go down. They look like the El Noir detectives, right? Like got the black fedora and the long coat and the brown gloves and pistols, pew pew,
Do they just
and
go
they go-
shoot babies?
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
That's like you know what episode fucked me up on Love, Death, Robots is the one where that's the time loop with the girl and the guy running around.
Dude, yeah.
Going
Oh
to the
my
strip
god.
club and then killing each other. Holy
Yeah.
fuck! I was like, that one is wild.
Yeah. Because you can't even explain it to the other person.
Nope.
That like, wait, it's one massive misunderstanding.
Nope.
But yeah, it's the story with the
Have you
people in the the cloud tops and whatnot. It's the story of this guy, one of the detectives or one of the baby killers. He gains humanity. He has this. He goes into a depression. And he has to think about it. Like, is what we're doing actually right? Blah blah blah. And he super prestige up top. He's like married to this one famous lady. Anyways, he ends up just. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. You'll see what happens.
But
You'll see. It's good. That was one of my favorites. My favorite one though was this one about this guy named Jon Snow. I know it's a cliche name, but have I told you guys about this? Oh, never mind then.
it's okay.
Next topic.
Next topic.
Segue.
Speaking of children,
You're having a baby?
every day.
What?
Yeah. No. What do you think about having a limit on childbirths?
That's a problem. I
That-
mean,
It's a tough topic.
you can go
right there.
first, Tom.
So that's a rather tough
It is.
topic because there's people who want to have a lot of kids, but then we also run into the problem of overpopulation. At some point in time, I think that everyone is only going to be allowed to have so many children, and completely honest, I think that's okay. Like, not that I necessarily 100% agree with it. I think that by the time we get to the point where everywhere's doing that, it will be the absolute best option.
Because I mean,
But there's also, if we're worried about overpopulation, there's also a lot of people that have lived full lives that are just kind of like chilling, not really doing anything, and we're supporting them.
Yep.
So it's either we limit births or we kill people off at a certain age.
Well, just
so I would argue for limiting births because one, it's not that hard.
yeah.
If you have one child, you are reducing overpopulation. If you have two children, you are effectively just putting 0 people onto this planet. Like essentially, you have a net gain of 0 people.
Right, because 2 people makes 2 people.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. And it's when you get 3 children, 4 children, 7 children, fuck ton of children where it gets a problem. And my thinking is overpopulation is the largest problem. Overfishing from overpopulation. The fact that we eat too much meat, overpopulation. Carbon emissions, overpopulation. Greenhouse gases, overpopulation. Lack of energy, overpopulation. So, like, overpopulation is just the overarching problem. Arguably, killing people off at X age, very immoral.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
less immoral, but still, to some people, really fucked up, limiting births.
Mm-hmm.
Limiting births, though, to 2 children, not that difficult. I would argue, or not, maybe I would advocate for, maybe, so essentially, if you are unemployed in the United States, you get paid unemployment, which I think is a load of shit because taxpayers, you're paying for someone to live off of you.
It's
even though-
okay when they actually like need it, but I have a neighbor that we all know. I will not say his name, who is living off of unemployment, and he is fully capable of not doing that.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's when you get like leeches of society, for lack of a better word. That just live off of other people's taxes. And it's like, well, what if we sent that tax and just said, like, if you have 1 child, you get this much money. If you have 2 children, you don't get no money. If you have 3 children, you have to pay a fine of like $500.
It's
Not-
also
not that much, but like,
birth rates are going down
yeah, that's
quite
true.
a lot because we
Yeah.
can't afford it.
Well, also, people our age don't want kids as much.
That's true. I don't want
Yep.
kids because I can't afford it. Plus, I'm only 19.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
also big.
I mean, people were having kids at like 15 in the 40s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my both of my aunts have like over 5 kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? Okay, fine, whatever. I don't care if you have that many kids, but how do you afford that?
Dude,
And-
my mother's got 5, including me.
And a
Goddamn.
lot of
We've got 3.
a large
including
part
me.
of it is women are more like they're more inclined to go to college, and college is a very large barrier between having a child and going to college, because if you're trying to pay for college, you realistically can't pay for a child, you can't support a child. So women are having children in their 30s or like late 20s.
Yeah.
That's
which is-
true.
So
Okay.
another way to fix or help overpopulation would be to not give women like free college, but like incentivize women especially to go to college if they want to.
I do have one question about this.
more smart people we would
What if you've got different parents? Does that raise it one more child? Like if 2 people, one woman, 1 man, have 2 kids, but then they divorce,
Oh,
does that allow them to have a 3rd kid but not a 4th? If that person, if the guy who the lady remarries doesn't have any kids, does that allow them to have another one?
in my world, if I were to make my own country and have my own set of rules, in my world, I would say each person is limited to 2 offspring regardless of sex. So if you are a male and you've had 2 offspring, that's your limit. That's your cap unless you want to pay a fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a female, you get 2 offspring.
But
that's your limit. That's your fine.
Even if the woman has 2, but then there's a guy
Mhm.
that she gets with no kids.
See, that's arguably. I would say that. I don't know. Maybe the easiest way to do it would just say that women can only have 2 children each, and then that men, you can have sex with whatever man you want. But that
That's
also,
going to lead to like
yeah. See,
men and women segregation and whatnot.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So
Sexist.
Well, plus even then, we're gonna get into the topic. The next problem with that would be running into abortion laws,
yeah,
which
Abortion should just be legal, honestly.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like,
Like my thinking on it is, if you have it, like if you need an abortion, you should be able to get an abortion if you want it, right?
like
Yeah.
especially for rape.
Yeah, yeah.
and if you
Yeah.
don't want it, don't
Especially.
get it.
And if you don't like want an abortion, have your child. That's great. If you are a dude and you have no fucking say whether or not your lady is having a child or not because you didn't wear a fucking condom, I think you should just like you don't buy fucking tampons or pads or shit, so you shouldn't have to worry about the female reproductive system. It should not be your choice whatsoever. No male on this planet should have any say in any abortion unless they're like a doctor, like doing the actual procedure, is my opinion on it.
I think that it's probably too much to ask to go off of a circumstantial basis, but like what if you run into the circumstance of they were both under agreement that they were gonna have a kid, and then all of a sudden the mom was just like, no, never mind, getting an abortion. Then what? Because then like the dude's like, that's my kid. I can't have the kid without you, and you're just killing it. What the fuck? Like, I want that kid.
I see.
'Cause,
That's where I would argue that men can have as many kids as they want. Like there's no time limit. There's no
Expiration date.
no,
Okay,
Yeah,
I
like
get
you
it.
can pump out another.
That would suck. That'd be a very unfortunate.
Example from Invincible. What's another 17 years?
Goddamn.
What's another
18 years
one
or something.
pump chump? You know.
Oh my god.
'Cause
Wasn't a
our-
one pump
like,
chump till them granny gummies.
Ooh,
Oh,
dear ribbish.
it's just like. You
But
know,
yeah, no, I agree. Men
she's
shouldn't have
the one
it.
who has to support
Men
the
shouldn't have
baby.
a say.
Like that's.
Well, because I've known people that are like, you're not getting rid of that kid, but as soon as it's birth, you can just leave it. I'll take care of it. 'Cause you're still forcing her to go through child labor and whatnot. But at the end of it, she doesn't have to deal with the kid. She doesn't have to pay anything, nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like
It's
that
like-
that would be a circumstance where they wouldn't be inclined to get an abortion. Like if someone's gonna take care of your child and like you're okay with going through childbirth, then don't you know?
Yeah,
don't-
okay.
And if
That's
someone
fine.
wants
That's
that
a
child,
good point. Okay.
go for it. But if I think it should be if you are the one who has to fucking shove a baby out of your vagina, you should get to choose whether or not you want to do that.
No, agreed. Agreed.
Some
My son's inside
some
out.
80-year-old fucking senator doesn't agree with me, so
Yeah, it's because he's 80 fucking years old.
Yeah, 80.
How crazy would it be if the leaders of this country were all under 30?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I feel like that would be
be a different
bad.
country.
I feel like under 40, because I feel like in your 20s, you're still a kid. You're still learning a lot.
I don't know. I think
But then, like,
I think
by
there should
mid 30s, you might be okay.
I'm
you know?
okay with the 35 being like the youngest you can be to be the president.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
And like the big requirements to become a Speaker of the House or to be a judge in the judicial branch. But I disagree with the fact that we've had like 2 presidents in a row that have been over the age of 75.
Yep.
Because
Is it not their future?
Yeah, because they will be dying in the next 10 years.
Yep.
We won't.
That's true. Hopefully, we
I
won't.
might.
I mean, arguably we have a much better chance of surviving the next 10 years than 75-year-olds.
Okay, I got a massive question.
So
How do you? Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you can go. You can go. You weren't done.
I mean, I would
Go.
speaking, just
Yes.
because I've been saying so much of my fucking opinion, because that's so important. We should put an age cap on being in a fucking governmental position of like 60 or 65. If
Yeah,
you're
I'm okay
over
with 60.
Yeah, like
Because I think that 50-year-olds are still fairly healthy and like
Mhm,
still fairly into
and like
it.
my dad's 60. He still goes strong. Like he's still fucking chewing along like a fucking train engine.
Choo.
Like he's killing it. But I wouldn't trust an 80-year-old. in
Would our
office.
opinions be
yeah.
different if we were 70 years old right now?
You know,
I don't
They-
know, because
they-
I feel like I would acknowledge the fact that I'm a little more sessile and a little stupider,
I
And
would hope
a little
so.
aging. But what were you saying, Dom?
no matter what, I think like even us right now, we're looking at our benefits. You know, that's what we're doing as a whole right now is we're looking at our benefits for if everyone were to be younger going into that, but everyone that's older is looking at their benefits. So they're literally doing the same thing that
And
we
they
are.
got the argument of like, I'm older than you. I know
Yeah.
more.
You know, by all means, I will agree that it kind of puts this damper on society kind of racing up because you've got this generation that's like going to be the new one, then you've got these top people that are kind of like putting a limiter on everything that the younger generation wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine how amazing it would be if everyone went for not personal gain but species gain.
Yeah, that'd
Societal
be
gain.
nice.
Oh my God, we'd probably be on Mars by now.
Dude,
Honestly,
I watched such a like overly fucked up video yesterday.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Like I ended up falling asleep like 30 minutes into it. It was like 40 minutes long. And it was on YouTube, and it was just it was like the future of the human race, and it went through this long thing, and it's overly confusing for the
Was it
first minute.
mostly pessimistic? I'd imagine so.
Well,
Yeah.
well, pretty much it was just this random story of how these humans went and they colonized Mars and they got everything going, but then they like found out how to do space travel and they went over and they started going to other planets. But then
Okay.
this species called the Q pretty much just wiped out all of the humans, but genetically engineered them with other things and just stranded them out on all of these planets. Yeah, no,
Fuck. Okay.
it was really really weird, and it went through like it was weird. It went through every single one of these individual species, and was like this one gained sentience. This one like completely collapsed and died because of this and this and this, and this one died and this one died, and like it was just. But like all of the images for everything is just so fucked up. Oh, also while I'm here, I was gonna add this earlier. Space radiation slows down time. Space radiation is coming to us at all points in time. I never finished the video, but that's another thing I wanted to add earlier.
Space radiation slows down time.
Yeah, it distorts it.
Distorts it.
Yep.
Time is interesting.
Time
Time
is
is really
interesting.
interesting. Because like time is only how we perceive it, and we only perceive it if there's light. And so if the light, that's why like if our sun were to just go black right now, in reality it would be like dark, but it'd take us 8 minutes to realize it.
Yep.
Because that's how much time it takes.
Yep.
Or like even when stars explode, they're like 4 light years. Like if the closest star, which is like 4 light years away, just exploded, we wouldn't tell until
yeah.
4 years later.
No,
Yeah.
it's amazing to think that the majority of the stars in our sky
That's
could be burnt out already. Could have burnt out like thousands of years
They
ago.
could have. That's the big thing with that's the hard thing with trying to find another civilization or another intelligent, because like the closest star is 4 light years away.
Yep.
That means if we want to talk to them, it'd take at least 4 years to go back and forth with one message. But there are stars that are like millions of times that distance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like millions light years away. We won't be around for another million years to receive a message from them or to even send a message from them.
Nope.
And the most devastating part is that we have the observable universe, and we have the rest of the universe, right? The observable universe is expanding, what we know about, and it's
Yep.
expanding faster than the speed of light. And so if there is nothing within our observable universe, there won't be anything ever, because it's all going away.
Yep.
No matter how fast we go, even if we get to the speed of light, we will never be able to catch up to it.
I mean, unless we find a way to,
Go faster than the speed of light.
not necessarily faster than the speed of light, just jump ahead, jump between 2 points. It's like the whole
Isn't
con-
teleportation faster than the speed of light, though?
I mean, I guess so.
Ha! Sorry.
Arguably, like, the whole idea of a wormhole is
Dude,
that
it
it's
was
just a
those-
connection between 2 spaces in time.
Yeah.
I found it to be.
Do you want me to like watch all of it right now?
No,
I'm doing
dude,
it.
just kind of like skip through. It's like it's weird as all hell.
It's like instead of riding,
Worms.
Worms.
What? Is that an octopus? Swimmers? Oh my god, what the fuck? Wait, did all these come from humans?
Yep. Human genome just got mixed with a bunch of other animals, and it went through all of these different species evolving, and all the ones that failed, and the ones that gained sentience, and like.
The fucking bone crusher, bro.
Oh, dude, the bone crusher's an
Ooh.
interesting one.
What the?
Oh, dude, I like watched that video last night and like
They're
fell
just
asleep
blocks!
watching it. Oh
They're
yeah.
just blocks.
Well, you want me to explain that one?
What? Yeah,
So
explain
in
the
that
blocks.
One, in that, well, look here.
Humans just turn into fleshy block
just
monsters.
hand it over.
Oh my god.
Human worlds were quickly defeated, but one world fought back, resisting the Q 2 times before falling. The Q punished and humiliated this world for its resistance by making them into the colonials. The
They're just
colonials
cubes.
were disembodied cultures of skin, connected with a network of basic nerves. The Q used them as living filtering devices, living off Q waste products. And for
What?
no other reason than to make the colonials suffer, the Q left them with their consciousness and their eyes, so that they could fully witness their own wretched fate. For 40 million years, the colonials suffered generations of misery, hoping for their own extinction. But they were made to be efficient, and so they spread across the planet in quilt-like fields of human flesh. The Q made lots of...
How the
Oh, dude.
fuck
The
did he come
entire
up
video,
with this?
You watch the entire video and you're just like, what the fuck is going on right now?
That's nasty. How long do you
We're
think
good.
the human species will last? Because we've been around for what, 300,000 years, 200,000 years, something like that.
500
Dinosaurs were around
years.
for a couple million years, right? Before they all
500
went
years.
extinct. You think 500 more years? I mean, we could be all dead by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not tomorrow, but like the biggest threat is probably nuclear fallout, but the long-term threat is probably just like
Overpopulation.
overpopulation. Yeah. Unless we get to a different planet, but even then, like
Destroying a planet 101. Be a human.
Yeah.
I give us probably
Capitalist America.
I give us probably like another 1,000 years. We either figured out how to survive by then, or we'd have killed each other off and we're something different.
Yeah.
And that's what I think.
I don't think we'll all die off though. I don't know.
Dinosaurs can fucking suck it. They were around for like millions of years, didn't even know how to use their hands.
Yeah.
Fucking stupids. Been around for like not even half that time.
Are
and
you sure?
We're like getting into space. I'm not sure actually, because like some of the species that have been around for a lot longer than us, like jellyfish. Jellyfish are
Oh,
fucking
dude.
wild. They
Yeah,
don't
they
got a
are.
brain. They got barely any nervous system, but yet they're capable of hunting, eating, surviving. Like,
Dude.
and they don't destroy the world around them.
I watched a whole video on starfish the other day.
Starfish.
are janky.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how janky?
Dude, they've got like
They got-
billion little fucking arms, and they just like move and like regrowing limbs, and the way that they eat things.
Mhm.
They've only got one eye, and the fact that they split off from they're
Polyps.
What?
Polyps.
Polyps?
That's how they.
they're related to
reproduce.
urchins, like closely
Oh.
related to urchins.
Don't they have,
they're not
like-
related to
Don't
fish.
each one of their legs contain a heart?
I mean, maybe.
Or don't each leg contain something like really important?
Possibly.
You know what I think is completely unfair about humans is that we have the genes to grow an arm. If we didn't, we want to be able to have an arm from birth, right?
Yeah.
But somewhere along the lines of development, those genes get locked, and so we can't regrow limbs. If we could find a way to unlock those, like metaphorically unlock the genes, we'd be able to like regrow limbs. It would
Oh, people
take
would be so far
30 years to grow back an arm that's
against
been 30 years old, but
it.
still,
Yeah.
like
Well-
growing a finger back, like how long would that
Yeah.
take? A couple months, maybe a year without a hand, but then
Yeah.
it's back.
Baby
How
hands.
dope that would be!
It would be cool. It's just because there's some proteins in your chromosomes that just say no to some genes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay,
So
get rid of
basically
the
you-
fucking protein.
You.
Pah!
I mean.
Dude.
But I'm guessing we
there's-
need those.
yeah.
Why?
I don't know why exactly, but
Oh.
basically genes turn on and off like a light switch occasionally.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially developmental ones, and especially Hox genes, which is what I've told you a little bit about.
Yeah.
And those are what control like your lateral development from your, like,
Central nervous system to your
I mean,
extremities.
you start as what I believe is called the gastrula, and basically you're a ball of cells, and then you get a hole in this ball of cells, and it kind of looks like a donut, and then that's
We're
the
all donuts.
blastula phase.
We're all donuts.
And then some shit happens, and you basically it identifies like what is the butt and what is the head, because
Ah.
essentially you are just one big fucking straw. In case you didn't know.
Yeah, from the
from-
mouth to the butt.
Yep.
Yeah. I wouldn't think of it as a straw. That
I-
implies someone's sucking through it. It's fucking nasty.
Straw.
You've never
Really
had
anxious.
someone straw you?
Bro, I'll straw you at work. So
Dude, I'll
bad.
straw you.
Bro,
From
I've
what
got
end?
Straws in my car.
Oh yeah? From what end?
Both.
Both at the same time.
Both.
I would just like collapse halfway through. Just like
But essentially, I don't know exactly why, because I'm just no doctorate here.
hey, you're
Just
going
a
to school for
undergrad.
biology. That's more than what I got.
But you like you can repair a cut, you can repair breaking something, but to regrow a bone or a limb requires there to be surrounding tissue that is that same, like, because this is like your
Oh.
finger's tissue, it has certain like properties to it that your arm doesn't have. So when you lose that part,
Oh.
Whereas-
you need the finger to grow the
I
finger.
think so. I'm not
That's
totally sure.
retarded.
Don't quote me completely on this, but like an what do they call, like a allatl, or like the AOX?
Axolotl.
Yeah,
Axolotl.
axolotl.
We took care of some in biology.
Those
That's cool.
those essentially, if they get their limb cut off, they grow like a stub, right? The stub is like, it's like basically like getting a scab, and then
Mhm.
under the stub it kind of creates this like gooey mush of cells that make a really little tiny arm, and then the tiny arm grows like a baby would.
Yeah, axolotls can like detach their head and put it on a different body.
I did not know that. That's
No,
fucking
they
weird.
can't. It's fucking wild. It's also known as like the Mexican salamander or
Yeah.
something. They tried to figure out how it does it, and they like killed a lot of them by like blending them up in a blender and trying to extract their genes.
Cool.
It's kind of fucked up.
Quite like
They're really cute. We took care of some in biology, and they would just like do this all the time. They got their their
Like,
face.
yeah, their
gill things,
frills,
and they're
their
just like-
gills. Amphibians are fucking weird, dude.
Yeah. So then that I wonder is, what was I wondering? I drew a blank.
I've got a question. Bailey, are you able to explain scar tissue?
A
It's like
little
Because I feel
bit.
Dead
like that
red
kind of
blood
goes against
cells?
what you're talking about.
Well,
So
we're not
scar
axolotls.
Scar tissue is like repaired tissue. I'm like, imagine like patching a wall,
Yeah.
you know, but instead of using drywall that
Mhm.
looks the exact same, you're using tissue
Yeah.
that is arguably new tissue. So
Alright.
this would be like the reason scar tissue is visible, from what I know. This could be completely wrong. Is because it's like newer tissue. It's essentially
My argument
brand
on
new
this
tissue.
is that you'd assume newer tissue would be more elastic, but scar tissue isn't all that elastic.
I mean, it is when it's healed.
Dude, I don't think so.
Really? Because
Uh-uh.
like,
I think that like
once my
Okay,
once
what-
scars have been healed, they don't feel like normal skin, but like, I like.
you're right, but think of it on a wide scale. Like,
Like if you had a
instead
really
of
big
burning,
scar.
Ooh,
like
I'd be
that,
crusty.
If you burned like all of your hand, like the main
be
thing that
crusty.
I'm basing this off
Okay.
of is a book I read back in like middle school. Can't remember what it was, but this dude ended up burning like the majority of his body and had to do like stretches every single day just because it was really hard for him to move with all the scar tissue.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I remember when I burned my thumb. I guess this isn't scar tissue because it healed back like really freaking well. But I had to. One, I had to keep it covered all the time.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we got hurt and we just covered it in goop and just left it covered until it healed, would there be scar tissue or would it heal back? Because like,
Tough question.
if I'd gotten that, like, I got a burn here, right? Not nearly as bad as the one I had on my thumb,
Mm-hmm.
but it's already scarred. I can see it.
Yeah.
This never did it, but I kept it covered and put like a zinc ointment on it
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks until it healed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like just not even a scar.
Hmm.
It's a little bit of different color, but that could also just be like maybe my left hand's in the sun more. I bet so. You guys want to know something weird?
What?
There are no baby butterflies.
Oh yeah, no, there aren't.
There are no baby butterflies.
I mean, that's weird, but that's not weird.
Imagine that is weird. A
I mean-
species without having a baby.
Well, it does though,
It's weird.
but it's not a butterfly; it's a caterpillar. So like, it's logical.
That's true, but like, there's no baby butterflies.
Yeah.
It's just a baby caterpillar.
Yeah.
I wish we could do that. You guys all know like the caterpillars go in the cocoon, they turn into like this gooey mush, and then they come back as a butterfly, and they're all like they still have the memories and whatnot. Imagine if we could do that. Like the
that'd be cool.
transition between baby, we get up to kid, and then by the time we're like 12 or something, or like maybe 15, all of a sudden we're just
As-
like
As soon as
we just wrap ourselves up
soon
in a
as
skin
puberty
blanket,
just-
and then we
just starts.
turn to gush, and then we grow up, and all of a sudden we have like facial hair.
Dude, you want to hear a fun story? That's not all that fun and like really distraught me as a child.
Sure.
Oh, dude. Any of you boys ever see that that ad that was on the TV for the monarch butterflies?
Oh, the one where you buy them in a yeah, of course.
Bro,
Oh yeah,
bro, I got one of those.
you did.
When I was like 7. Oh, dude, I talked my grandma into it.
Wow.
So happy. Anyways, yeah, no, I got them. They were like cute. They're in this little bowl with a bunch of like sugar, and they just ate all the fucking sugar. And then once they got big enough, you were supposed to move them into this thing that they gave you. It was just a pop up. Anyways, when they did finally like go into their cocoons, I remember just like fucking with them, and I accidentally like killed one of them, and like blood came like gushing out, and I remember like wiping it, like all of the blood on the back of this photograph, and like it haunts me to this fucking day. I'm waiting for the day that like someone brings that photograph back up and they're like, where the fuck did this blood come from? Just so I can be like, ah, yes, that was me. I killed a fucking butterfly. Like,
We did that in kindergarten one time with like a just a moth, and it was you buy this. I've done it like in biology. We bought. I know the scientific name. I don't know the actual name. It's just a fly, and we had like 30 of these like tubs filled with just like this blue. It's just glucose.
Yeah.
But
the same shit that they do for ant farms.
Starts with like larvae, and we just got to watch them grow, and then we ended up killing them all. Because that's, I guess, what you do in biology is you just kill shit to learn about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, in kindergarten, we released the butterfly. Like we had grown them, and like everyone was so happy, and it was day to release all of them. And I had one in my hand, and I let it go, and it flew down. And then I was like, "Oh, don't fly down!" And I took a step, and I fucking stomped it. I got yelled at by my classmates.
No.
I made a girl cry.
Oh no.
It was kindergarten.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Bro, you had good intentions.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
I stomped
Good intentions don't matter when it's fucking dead,
him. I
Dom.
stomped him.
Have you guys ever seen the God, I hate the guy's voice so much who did the video, but ants, like, they will get all of their dead ants and they will literally like drag them and put them in a corner, and they think that it's for like disease control and stuff.
yeah.
But literally, this guy had this concoction that smelled identical to what dead ants smell like.
Yeah.
Dripped it on it, and it walked its way over to the dead
It
the dead
did.
pile.
I remember that.
And,
I
like,
saw
that's-
that.
Yeah, no,
That was
hate that guy's voice so
wild.
much though.
I don't remember what he sounds like.
Oh, his voice.
But
is
that
so
was-
bad.
I kind of felt bad. I'm like, oh, poor ant. It thinks it's dead.
Yeah, no, like that literally just thought that he was dead and walked himself over to the dead pile and stayed there for like 3 days until he no longer smelled like it.
Jeez.
What a
Yeah.
Chad. What a trooper.
Dude,
Ants are
what a
weird.
trooper. Dude,
Ants are like
ants
completely
ants.
based off of pheromones.
Yeah.
I almost said hormones.
No, ants are pretty intelligent,
They
Oh
are.
yeah.
but like
Well-
on a communal scale. Like
Dude, ants
They work together
ants
extremely
use
well.
everything that humans do. They will retrace their steps.
They make
Will
slaves.
look for correct surroundings.
They
like,
have slaves.
Yeah. Dude, ants
selection.
are really
Definitely.
fucking cool.
They can have slaves.
they have the fact that there is a biologically significant ant that is unable to reproduce and its job is to just be a fucking worker ant blows my mind. I mean,
yeah.
I've learned a lot
Well-
about it. It's called like kin selection, and then there's another preface to that called like breeder selection, which is like where
Is-
if your relatedness to your someone, which in this case would be the queen, if your relatedness to the queen is enough that it overcomes your like loss of not having offspring, then you will do everything in your power to increase their chances of having offspring. But if the benefit to you of not having, like if it's more beneficial for you to have offspring because you're not very related, which it doesn't happen in ant communities because like the queen is the mother, gives
Yeah.
birth to everyone.
Yeah.
So, but and it's like, how the fuck do you know if you're related if you're a fucking ant?
Dude,
Like,
Well,
how do
you
you know
know,
that's your mom?
one thing with ants, though, if I believe so correctly, I feel like the royal jelly definitely has to deal with how the ant starts to grow, depending on how much nutrients it has when it is first growing. Not positive. I haven't read into it for a very long time though, but there's most definitely a difference between like, I'm saying royal jelly, and I guess that's more of like a bee thing, but I think it's the same for ant communities too. But another like interesting thing about ants is that when the queen dies and they elect a new one, a lot of the times the workers will go and kill the new ant just because it doesn't smell like the old one. And then another thing is there are ants that are able to lay eggs, but the queen will literally go around and just eat all of the eggs. Which munch, crunch.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Another cool thing, leaf cutter ants, if you didn't know, they don't eat leaves. No. In their hive, they have a fungus. And this fungus is their food. And they feed the fungus with the leaves
Yeah.
and then
Oh.
tend to it like a garden. They
Dude,
will
there's-
never overeat it. They will never put it in danger. And then if another fungus comes in that tries to feed off of their mother fungus, they'll trim away at the parasitic fungus. Like they can distinguish between fungi.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder who's more advanced.
Ants.
Dude, there's beetles that'll grow
Not even
down
a
through
second
too.
thought. Ants.
Ants.
I don't know. That's a hard question on like what species is the most intellectual. You kind of can't because like humans have a human intellect, ants have an ant intellect. Who's to say which one's better or which one's smarter?
Well,
Because
we-
like yeah, humans can get like we can build a lot of stuff, we can get into space, we can literally leave the planet if we want. But then like ants are like we don't need to do that. That's useless. Hey,
Easy, Jogo.
What were you saying, Dom?
Oh, I don't know. I think that
Oh,
was
I
about the end of it.
I didn't know I was interrupted you.
Oh,
How
there,
long have we
there's
been
one
going?
ant that for its mating process will literally like blow its head up so that its eyes are like sticking super far out of its head and they're like clear and you can see all of their organs.
That's nasty.
On a real note though, what's like the parasite that will like take over ants' brains?
Oh yeah.
Dude, that thing's pretty cool because it'll like bring them and it'll like walk them all the way up just so it can grow all of its spores and then it just releases them back over 1 billion more ants and they all just repeat the process
Yeah.
over and over and that's like
Cool thing about that when we were discussing like the ants dying.
Mhm.
So if I remember right, it's like called like rhubarb or I don't know. You should look it up. Look up
ant zombie virus.
ant. It's a fungus. Ant fungus. Just look up ant zombie fungus.
Or just ant zombie.
Are you gonna change it on me again? Because I'm
No,
trying
no,
to type
no.
it.
Corey, you can type in any of these
Anything.
and
Ant
it'll,
zombie
it'll bring up
fungus.
the same thing.
Okay,
It
okay,
starts with an
okay,
R.
Okay. You mean Ophiocordyceps?
Yeah.
Or-
Cordyceps.
What?
Chill, bruh.
How do you say that?
What is it?
Ophiocordyceps.
Ophiocordyceps. Yeah.
And then there's another one. I think it's the rest of it. It's like
Rubidocordyceps.
unilateralis. Unilateralis.
Bro,
Unilateralis.
stop. Quit that.
Yeah, I'll put you inside.
Yeah, sure. It's but like cordyceps is the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Okay.
So that fungus essentially takes over, like it gets into the nervous system, and there is a cordyceps fungus that is specialized for insects, like individual insects. So there's a cordyceps fungus that is targeted towards a specific species of ant, and there's another one that's for like beetles and wasps, and there's like a bunch of them. Anyways, this fungus essentially it's in the air. It'll get on their skin, gets in their nervous system, tells their brain to climb up to somewhere that is high in moisture and like mild temperature, and then they'll do a death grip where they just bite the like tree, and then they'll just hold it, and then it'll start to spawn spores, and essentially like just shoots it. It's kind of like alien.
Yeah.
But if
That's
an
nasty.
ant comes to the colony with the fungus, they can kind of smell it, and then they'll kill that ant and then take it to their death pile.
The idea that something can just hijack his nervous system.
Oh, that's scary as all
Sketchy
hell.
as fuck.
Ah,
Dude, even ticks.
Yeah.
Like
because like the nervous system is literally like the most you that you could be.
Yep.
It's like in charge of everything you do. It's kind of creepy. The idea that it can get taken over.
Yeah, you don't need your bones, really. You don't need your muscles. All you need is your nervous system.
yeah.
Have you guys seen like a degloved human but down to the nervous system?
Yeah, we're just like a jellyfish.
Yeah.
We look like a man of war. So fucking sexy. That's my kink, dude.
Man of war jellyfish or degloved humans?
Both.
Oh my god.
Manwich.
You guys want to hear the chord of the day?
Sure.
Hand me the guitar. Por favor. Ooh, what chord is it gonna be? I don't know. It's gotta be a good one.
E minor.
E minor.
That is an EGBD.
A-G.
Okay, chord of the day.
Bro, you should play the Nilla wafer chord. Since we're getting sponsored by Nilla wafers.
I don't know what chord that is, but here's this chord.
All I can think of is roundabout. You know how to play
Oh.
roundabout?
No,
No.
no, but I know it's like. And then like do. Don't know how to play roundabout.
Bro, I was telling Gabe about a meme because he was listening to Roundabout today. Anyone ever see the meme where because everyone
It comes
remembers
from
all the-
JoJo.
Yeah, from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Yeah.
It's the ED man.
Yeah.
Erectile dysfunction.
Ending thing.
Oh.
Anyways, has everyone seen all those memes?
Never.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
seen
know.
some.
I've never seen.
It's like
JoJo's
right
Bizarre
before something
Adventure.
bad is about to
Yeah.
happen, they play the
Yep.
JoJo ending thing,
Yep.
and they have roundabout.
How does it go?
I'll just look it up here. Let me just quickly.
Oh fuck yeah! I love that. I didn't know that was from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the song's not. The song is roundabout, but yes.
That's a good bass line.
Um,
Hi, Dio. Hi. Oh,
he already got it, so I'm not gonna show it.
Hi.
Bro, I've been trying to find like one singular meme though. Corey.
Oh yeah. By the way, that putting the tripod on that worked really well. It's like the same exact weight as the microphone.
Yeah.
Here's another chord. My mic just went down.
All I came across is just this. What the fuck is this?
Carbonate. What the fuck?
They carbonated a hot dog?
Carbonated hot dog.
How do you carbonate a hot dog?
Bro, you wanna play
With
it
a
and
lot of
find
effort.
out
With a lot of effort. You just stare at it.
how to carbonate a hot dog? Theo, I thought we were over this, dog. I thought we were over the shoe biting. I love you.
Okay, I don't think you
you.
can carbonate
We
a
wanna-
hot dog, and if you can, I
if we-
really don't think
you
you
want
can
me to
carbonate
bite
a hot dog with a soda stream. But we'll give it a shot.
With the soda
It's straightforward.
stream?
We're just gonna start filling
What?
bottles and
Hold on, let me
test
get
if
out of the
they
way.
work and see how carbonated we can get them. I'm gonna start off with
All right,
milk.
guys, this video
Now,
just randomly
should
came
you
up as I was
carbonate
trying to
milk,
find
even if it works? That's a different
a
question.
meme with the
Pretty sure it
JoJo's
used to
Bizarre
actually be a
Adventure
beverage you
and a
would buy.
guy
I think
about
carbonated
to
milk was
shove
sold
a corn in the
stores.
cob up his
Maybe
ass.
still is in some places. Sounds like an awful idea to me. I don't want milk
Carbonate the
flavored
milk.
soda,
I'm
and
gonna
I
keep
love
trying.
milk. Maybe that's why I don't want milk flavored soda, is because I like to just be milk. But we are going.
That's
to
not
see
a hot
how well this
dog.
works.
Yeah.
All right, here goes.
Skip. We
In
want
my
to find the
experience using
goddamn
this
hot
thing,
dog.
It never gets quite as carbonated as if you had an actual like commercially carbonated beverage, but
Well, that's bullshit.
we are just gonna be in here cup slightly
It's called
Or-
fucking clickbaited my ass.
carbonated.
Watch me carbonate all these random shits and then get
Fizzy.
to the hot dog. The important part. Hey, that's Star Wars milk.
Doesn't even have to be under the surface; it'll still just shoot into it.
That carbonated jelly. That's pretty cool.
So I've carbonated this as much as I think I.
No, you haven't. You just blew fucking CO2 into it.
Isn't that how you
instead
carbonate?
of-
Yes, but you need it has to be under pressure
That's
to
true.
dissolve the CO2.
That is true.
Pressure difference. You'd have to so much.
Bro, he's
Word.
Oh, he just mentioned
pressure.
yeah. He knew,
Yeah.
yeah. He knows how it works. He knows that he's fucking doing dumb shit.
Where's the hot dog?
The little nozzle, and then I.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh no, it's gonna explode.
Carbonation down into the hot dog. 3, 2, 1. Oh, tore a hole right in the side of it immediately.
well,
Okay, I'm just gonna cut off a slice right near where the hole is. I know a lot of
Uses
CO2
a
is
pocket
being
knife to
into
cut a
that
hot
area.
dog. Who is this guy?
No, no, it did not carbonate it at all. It's not fizzy. It's not bubbly. It's just a hot dog that split open.
Carbonate the hot dog
Got
juice.
one more. We are going to see if it's possible to carbonate eggs.
you
We'll
can.
Just spurt eggs. Why on earth would you want to a pan, try and cook it, and see if we have fizzy eggs?
No, if you
Why would
cook it,
you
it's gonna get rid of
fizzy
all of it.
eggs in
You just had to
first
drink
place?
the fucking egg.
Yeah, you
Those
can't.
look bubblier than normal.
Heat gets
They
rid of
look bubblier than
carbonization.
normal to me. That's
Oh
they don't have to be good. They just have to
Guys,
be
all of us
cooked.
working again.
That was a shit flip, mate. Do you even know how to fucking cook
Doesn't
eggs?
even know how to flip an egg.
This guy is fucking just used like a spatula and his whole ass fucking 2 brain cells to fix that egg.
Doesn't even know how to
Holy shit.
flick the wrist.
I've never seen someone fuck
Oh
up an
my
egg
god,
that
that was
bad.
worse than like my first time.
Yeah. Yep. That was horrible.
We should just
We should start doing that at the diner just to fuck with
yeah,
like,
start using a spatula to flip the egg.
use like 3 spatulas. Like
You know how
Chris is like looking at us like we have 20 tickets on the board. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Jose just like slaps us.
I'll grab your fucking
Sounds
pot.
great.
Oh man, you want to be slapped by Jose, don't you?
Oh yes, Daddy.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
This is what it feels like, Theo. This is what it's like. I hope you know that.
Excuse me. What the fuck was that? Wait, how do you do that? What? How are you doing that? Like globbing. Oh, it's kind of nasty. It sounds like you're like choking on something. It sounds like Theo when he licks himself.
Anyways, well, I feel like that was we went over some relevant topics today.
Did we end it? Is it
No.
still going?
It is
Oh,
still
is it
going.
Are we still going? I thought you ended. I thought that's why you were trying to get up.
No,
No.
I was just moving.
Oh.
I mean, we can end it.
I could come up with more things to talk about.
Okay,
I'm just trying to find a meme.
we can do
Oh.
whatever. Theo. hey!
Theo.
No.
Oh, big slap.
Now
He
we
was like,
got
fuck
this.
that. Wendy's shotgun Willie.
Dude, I've seen Theo just like headbutt so many things. A slap's never hurt him. He's never whimpered from a slap.
Did Corey hit you? Yeah.
I did. Smacked his ass.
You're trying to fucking eat our shoes.
Yeah, stop trying to eat their shoes.
The scritches.
Aw, you're his best friend now.
Hi. No, that's you, bud. You own him.
He just thinks I'm his dad.
Are we friends, Theo? You remember that time I picked you up and I held you in the car? Yeah, when you were like 6 weeks old. Now you're fucking huge. Now you're massive. Now you weigh like 50 pounds and you bite the shit out of me. Yes, you do.
All right, well, thank you for listening to the podcast. I'll see
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys next week. Bye.
Doodles.
So